Alright, so I'm heading up the road right now. I'm on my way to go do another camping trip. I'm going to be backpacking in probably about 3 miles roughly from where I parked the car to a campground that's usually open in the summer to cars, but it's closed right now because the road's closed all the way up there. And I got my bag back there. And I'm going to be doing some camping. Cook some good food. I dehydrated my meals for the first time this time, so I'm excited to see how those turn out. If they don't turn out, I guess I'm going to be hungry, but I hope they'll turn out. I woke up with a little bit of a cold last night, and I'm still not feeling the best, but I didn't want to scrap the whole trip, so now I'm just going anyway. I'm going to try and push through it. I got myself a frozen coffee from Maverick, and hopefully that'll help. I took a little bit of cold medicine before leaving the house, but I'm gonna try and power through. If it's uncomfortable, I guess it's uncomfortable. I think the big worry is just the temperature tonight, because it's gonna get down below 30. It's gonna be nice and cold. Alright, so we are at the trailhead. Well, the end of the road. So I'm getting my gear and I'm getting ready to go. I gotta throw a couple drinks in my bag. Pick these up for the journey. For at camp tonight, we got Jones cane sugar soda, pineapple cream soda. I remember we got a Shirley Temple and black cherry soda. So now I just got to figure out how I'm going to fit these bad boys in here, in this bag. Now I hear all the time, be bold, start cold, and that's usually the game plan. But I was not expecting it to be this cold already. And for a reason. So I'm gearing up with Ballica lava. Probably just gonna go around my neck for now. My beanie, hood, meat stick. I'm gonna throw in with my water. That'll be my trail snack if I get hungry. Shouldn't have gotten cold. Shouldn't have gotten frozen coffee because. If this is any tell for how cold it's going to be on this trip, it's going to be cold. It's like, I just saw a giant snowflake. It's cold enough I picked it up. A whole chunk of snow. And I just hope it doesn't rain. I don't want to jinx it. If it snows, it snows, but I really hope it doesn't rain. Somebody's rolling up. You know, I was thinking this whole winter that when it starts warming up, it'll be warm. Got a false spring or false summer. It was 80 degrees last week. Alright, so been going about half a mile. Boy, is it getting warm. This heavy pack going up some steep hill. Because I've only gone, well, it's been 9 minutes now, and I stopped for a breather to take my jacket off. And I didn't realize it was this busy, but I've already passed 4 other people hiking. Had to do with dogs. Just keep going. Alright, so I really doubt I'm going to be able to keep this pace up for the next 2.5 miles uphill. But if I do, I should be there in like 45 minutes. At least I think so. Alright, so I'm at 1 mile. Let's see how long it's been. It's been 19 minutes. So it's a decent pace. The elevation is, it's brutal. Especially with this pack. I got 2 miles left. I don't know if I'm gonna make that in the, within an hour. So an hour for the whole hike, but I'm getting there slowly. I haven't seen anybody else up this far yet, so it's just us so far. And there's snow on the branches, and I think we're gonna go up into the snow layer, so it's gonna be kind of fun hammock camping tonight. We'll see how that goes. Halfway up, road still goes. Only got 1.5 miles left. I'm at 30 minutes, so I'm right on pace for doing it in an hour. My legs are tired. Pause it for a second. 2 miles for the view. I don't think I have to worry about rain tonight because it's sunny, but it's snowing. And it's 4 o'clock. There's a couple people, they were behind me, but they took a shortcut and passed me, so I'm giving them a minute to get further ahead and so I can take a breather. I'm having a good time. I'm just excited to be at camp, set up my hammock, get a fire going, and have some noodles. Alright, so I had to stop for a minute, put my coat on. The snow's coming down more now. It's super windy, and I checked the weather. We have a severe wind advisory until 9 p.m. So 5 hours of a butt ton of wind. So hopefully I can get my body temperature back up by the time I get to camp. There's some beautiful trees out here. One's over there looking outrageously pointy, which kind of got me curious. I've never seen a tree that pointy. We made it up the mountain. My last time being up here, I didn't know there was a creek because it was bone dry in the heat of the summer, but it's trickling right now. So I guess I didn't need to pack this much water up here, because I packed 4 liters. And there's a stream, and there's a stream, and there is snow that I could have melted as well. But I didn't even know that. This is where we're planning on camping. The gate's actually open, which is pretty cool. The other one was shut, but the roads are closed anyway. All right, so I made it to camp. It's super snowy. There's a bathroom back there. I haven't checked it out yet. I might see if it's unlocked. The water's off, which I probably could have expected. I got a table, little fire ring. I gotta pick what trees I want to hang my hammock on. I'm kind of leaning towards these bad boys right here. And now I gotta get my camp set up. But the wind's blowing this direction, so I kind of don't want to put it that way. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Right, I am gonna just go ahead, since the water's off and haven't checked the bathroom, I assume it's locked. But since the snow's coming down pretty hard, I think I'm gonna check out this other campsite next to it, because it looks like it's tucked down a little bit more. See how the trees would be for my hammock. There's birds all over the place, and those are cool. I think I kind of like this spot a little bit better, just for how I'm camping, because it's all tucked more. Oh shoot, yeah. I think this is the place, because I can hang my hammock between these bad boys and keep it near the fire so I can stay warmer. Or maybe those two. I don't know for sure yet, but I think I'm gonna camp down here. Alright, brought all my crap over. Gonna get my hammock set up. I'm gonna throw my tarp up over it. It's already cold. See what the weather is. Right now, apparently it's 37. It's gonna get down to 30. I bet it's a lot colder than 37 where I'm at right now, though. Never used hammock straps before. I just bought these. It feels kind of warm in here, oddly. Even though I'm just hanging in the air, the lack of wind's kind of helping to heat up a little bit. Now it's time to throw up a tarp over top. And we'll keep the roof nice and low so that way I can keep I'll keep the roof nice and low so I can keep as much body heat in as possible, because I didn't bring an underquilt because I don't own one. I usually only hammock camp in the summer. I've only gone twice, and I guess I've been cold both times, so maybe I should invest in one of those. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw up my tarp now. And if you remember from my gear video where I was putting together all my kit, I showed how to wrap up the rope properly so you could just pull it out. So I'll go ahead and just boop, tie a loop in this bad boy. Kind of difficult to do this with gloves. It's also kind of cold, so I'm trying to maintain my layers. Luckily the snow slowed down. All right. How high I am. I'm trying to decide how high to go. I'll probably aim, because I want to keep as much heat in as possible, about at the carabiner line. Maybe just a little higher. I went ahead and brought 2 hoodies this time, which I think was a good idea. This is my tarp. Love my tarp. You can buy the same exact tarp at Harbor Freight for $3.99. A lot of times you can get them free with a coupon. This one was free with a coupon. Where I believe I bought 2 other tarps at the time. You can use a stick from a fish found on the ground to make some toggles. I just gotta make 2 loops of rope. It's probably a good size. Yeah, another one just about the same size. Okay, so I just cut a length of rope. Don't know if it's long enough or not. It probably is. Well, I need it to be longer. Okay. So, learn from my mistake. Probably go about 12 to 16 inches with your pieces of rope. because you do have to tie a knot on them. Low down if possible. There's one, and that may or may not be the correct length. I don't know yet. And then get number 2 going. And these bad boys are going to be to adjust the tension on the tarp. Let me show you how to put them on. Alright, so to properly install your little doodad onto your tarp, you wrap it over and through. And you want to make sure you go through like at least 3 times, because this is how you're going to keep your tarp tight. And you just push those bad boys together. And then this guy is going to go through your tarp grommet. And you'll place your toggle. And we'll move to the other side. Alright, once again. Alright, I'll throw the tarp over. Grab my toggle. And loop up and through. Just once. Twice. I might have to tie a new one because I don't know if this guy's going to be long enough. Twice might be okay. So we'll see. If not, I'll tie a new one. And then you throw on your toggle. And then all you gotta do to cinch your tarp up is just pull it tight. And it should stay tight on both sides. And unfortunately, it does not. So I gotta tie longer ones. You need them to be a certain length if you want them to actually work. So I'm gonna go with probably 2 feet of rope and try and just get it right this time. Alright, I do need to do some tent pegs, and I just found this bad boy, so he's gonna be cutting my tent pegs, courteous of this hatchet. I'll get a second one. Here's the first one. There's the second one. Oh, there's a squirrel running. There's a big squirrel too. He's gone. I always thought it was weird how it was spelled guy lines, like they're a guy. Like there's just some dude out there whose whole job is just to be the line. I'm just gonna tie it on. I don't know if I'm gonna deal with it. Well, I guess I need a loop for the tent peg. My knot skills are bad too, so I'm not only losing dexterity, I'm being just cold out here. There we go. Feel like I just way off-centered that bad boy, but it'll probably be fine. I just want to test it out. I got all over the hammock, it seems. Go down just a little bit on this side, just to even it out. Alright, it's actually low-key. It's actually low-key pretty nice down here. A little difficult to get in at first, but it's warm-ish. It's fairly nice. I think it's time to gather some firewood so we can warm up a little bit. Alright, so all this wood is definitely soaked at this point. But some of the stuff was not on the ground, it was off the ground, which means it should be dry on the inside if I can get to the inside. Yeah, this one seems to be good. It's snapping like it's dry. Okay, let's go with attempt number 2. And we're gonna do a little bit more of like a modified log cabin. I got all these bits split open. Alright, let's get it lit. Ladies and gentlemen, emotions are down at the moment. I really cannot get this fire going. I've been trying for an hour, and at the moment I have resorted to trying to use my stove to get this wood to light. Because I know once I get the wood lit, it'll go, but if I can't get this fire going, then I'm probably just gonna pack up my crap and hike back before it gets dark, because it is going to be very cold without that. I'm eating one of my survival bars that I made. Oh, I got smoke in my eye. Just because I need to keep my calories up, keep my energy up so I can get back out if I need to. But it's kind of going. Don't know for sure yet. I pulled the stove off and the fire is kind of going, which is promising. Now I just got to keep it that way. So I got to bring all my wood over, get it drying out, get my wood cut up, and finish this bad boy. 500 calories a piece. I brought 6 of them. All right, so I got the gloves drying. I got a bunch of wood drying. I'm gonna bring that piece over as well. But I'm working on drying up my wood, and I'm gonna start making some food because I need to get some calories in me, and I want to get some warm calories, so I might be making some ramen noodles. I don't know if I can boil water on that yet, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and use my propane again, just to get my water boiling, make my noodles. All right, I'm sitting down in the hammock for a second because I didn't bring my chair. I'm just about to, I was gonna make my bed, but then I decided I might as well layer up some layers first. So I got my, testing out these dry bags because they're really cheap at Walmart for keeping my clothes dry. And I got one for my food so I can hang it up in a tree. And go ahead and put on another sweater. I got 2 pairs of socks and another hoodie in here, as well as some sweatpants for tonight. And I'm gonna keep those bad boys for tonight, but I'm gonna put this bad boy on. All right, it is dinner time, guys. So for dinner, we got ramen noodles, and I forgot I brought beans and rice too that I dehydrated, so I just threw those bad boys in. And then I got an onion and some potatoes in the bag as well that I planned on eating for dinner. But I need to cook them, so I added extra broth to my ramen, so that way afterwards I can kind of stew the onions and the potatoes over the fire. Good night, y'all.
Good morning, guys. I am out of my hammock, and that was the coldest night I have ever had. It snowed a couple inches, and I got out, had to shake the bag off to pull the camera out, and my phone's dead. My phone charger is broken, so I'm officially out here alone now. And I know there's no way this fire is gonna get going because it literally burned out because of how wet the wood is last night. So I think I'm gonna pull my stove out, heat up my leftovers on the stove, and then pack everything up, and then maybe make some coffee afterwards before the hike back. But I also have that frozen coffee. Alright, so I got the food on, listen to the radio, and gonna get cleaned up a little bit. Alright, so I'm all cleaned up. Got everything stuffed in the bag. I just got one dry bag left. I'm gonna throw the camera in that bad boy. And then I got 3 miles back to the car. And it's cold, so I think I'm just gonna try and bust it out and get home. Alright, so I'm back in the car. I'm wiped out. It was another 3 miles back down the hill, and try to go home, be home. That was a brutal trip.